was quite a shock to begin with, you know, to be hit like that.
Obviously I was a bit shaky because it was a big punch and I did feel a bit wobbly.
You know, you're in a fight now, this guy is serious, and I wasn't sure how many more of those punches I could take. I felt as if I was losing balance, and of course at that moment I realised what it's like to be literally knocked out. I am a non-boxer. The first job I had in criminal law was with a solicitor's firm, and my boss at that firm was an ex-amateur boxer and a keen boxing enthusiast. And he had the idea of setting up a boxing night in order to raise money for this charity that he was particularly close to, and he needed volunteers. He asked me if I would fight, and partly because he was my boss and partly because I was keen to do it, I agreed.
Ben, come in. Is
that mine? Well, when you first start, physically it's just absolutely exhausting. I mean, it's unlike any other kind of physical exercise you'll ever do. It is unrelenting. It is horrifically painful. The best bit is the sparring. You know, when you get in the ring with somebody who is trying to hit you, and not trying to hurt you, you know, maliciously, but trying to, you know, land good punches. It is nerve-wracking, actually. But it's amazing what somebody throwing punches at you will do to focus your attention.
Easy, time. Carry on. Don't try to kill one now.
I just started, so it's really hard work now. It gets easier as you get nearer the fight and you get fitter.
Wrong time. Come on time. That's it.
It's very challenging. You've got a lot of respect for the person you're fighting against, a lot of respect for the sport, for the people that train you, and you don't want to let them down. And you want to perform well. You know, it's like anything else in that respect. Very much like being at work, really. You know, you put the preparation in, you limber up beforehand, you go in, you know, and obviously at work I make my points, I make my arguments. Out here I go into the ring and I try and put my combinations together and throw punches. The nature of our system in this country, our criminal justice system, is it is deliberately adversarial. And that means that it is inherently competitive. You are against the person you're against. And the system, as I say, is designed to be adversarial and actually at times verges on confrontational. My job probably helps me to some extent with the boxing because I'm used to one-on-one competition in a general sense. But perhaps more so vice versa, in that obviously the boxing teaches you that there comes a time when you can no longer hide behind anybody else, you can no longer hide behind your education or behind flowery language. You know, there comes a time when you actually have to deliver.
Come on, Ben. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
The worst part, strangely, is probably the warm down at the end, because you've been jumping around the ring, you've been hitting the bags, you're physically exhausted, and then, if anything, you know, it's the hardest workout of the lot. You know, stretches and push-ups, sit-ups, repetitive strain type stuff. Very hard work.
8, 9, 10. Keep running. Come on, Ben. Time. Come on.
Boxing training is gruelling and absolutely exhausting. It is the hardest, most demanding physical sport there is, in my opinion.
2 minutes. I guess I'm more.
I thought that was the last one.
Yes, a new pair of lungs. Nine.
I said I thought that was the last one. Shit.
No. Okay. Come ready. Steady. Go. Oh, hang on.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Easy. Go. That's it. Keep it like that. Keep your ass down a little bit. Stop cheating. Come on, down, down. Yeah, keep it in. Keep it in. Down a little bit. Come on. That's it. Good, good, good. I'll concentrate. And go. Down a little bit.
I can't hold it, man.
No, hold it. If you don't, you start all over again. Well, you're going to start all over again.
I can't hold it.
You have to. So just concentrate. Don't think how hard it is. Think about how easy it is. Tell yourself this is easy. I can do it. Yeah, that's it. Oh, Ben.
I can't do it.
No, 40 seconds.
Come on!
40 seconds left.
Come on, man.
Come on, mate.
30 seconds. Still
Only 30 seconds left. Come on.
Come on,
20 seconds
Down the
left.
chance. Come on.
Oh, keep going, keep going, keep going.
30 seconds, man. Come on.
12 seconds left. Come on. Keep going, keep going.
Come on.
Ricky, you're dropping down. Time!
The training and the discipline, is the hardest part. And it's a nice feeling as you get further in when you realise that obviously your fitness levels are improving and that you can cope with it all a bit better. But I remember getting home and feeling for the first, perhaps even for the first time in my life, that physically I wasn't sure I could stand the pace.
Four. No, keep working. Shadow box. Come on. Shadow box. Come on, mate. Work. Come on. Work it back. Come on. That's it. Keep working. Keep working. Keep working back. Keep working. Work it back. Come on. That's it. Keep working. No, last 10. Don't stop straight punches. Keep going. Keep going. Straight shot. Straight punches. Come on. Keep working. Keep working to the bell. Come on. Keep working. Keep working. Work. That's it. Come on. Work for 5 seconds. Time.
When I've been in court, very rarely do you find yourself in a position where you have to make a split-second decision and where everything is happening at such a fast pace that you're doing it almost on instinct or intuition and you don't have time to prepare. Although boxing, yes, you have plenty of time to train and prepare for the night itself, once you get in the ring, you've no idea what's going to happen or how it's going to go. I think I'd have to say that fight night is probably the best part. Simply put, it marks the culmination of months of training and hard work. It almost makes you feel, just for that brief second, like a professional boxer would.
And your host for this evening, Mr. Clive Tilsley. Forget Euro 2008. Forget the Rugby World Cup. Forget the Formula One Drivers' World Championship. They were just the warm-up. This is the main event. Welcome to White Collar Boxing in aid of the Bodymore Fund. And may I immediately thank Carmelite Chambers and David Phillips and Partners Solicitors. On behalf of everyone concerned with the charity, we are grateful for your support and your generosity.
Find some tape.
No, I'll get some. There's plenty around.
Don't mind.
Get you some good shoes.
She was mine then.
Yeah.
She was mine. She was his.
Contest number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome, coming into the red corner, Dean Deadly B. Button.
Just keep trying to come through. Make the ring yours. That's nice. That's it. Oh, fucking your left is nice, man. Feeling that. Very great. See?
Ben!
Yeah?
Ben!
Yeah.
Come on, let's go down. Have you got gloves? Gum shirt?
I've known Ben now for about several years. I think there's a very high expectation. I have a lot of money riding on him, and I'm expecting him to win.
Just do what you have to do. You can come and join the protective, the embryo.
I felt a little nervous. And of course that was compounded by the fact that I had my family there and my work colleagues and my friends, and the prospect of humiliation was one that was difficult to take.
Move in and move out. That's it. Good. Come on, elegant, come on. One, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. 4. Come on, Ben, come on. 4.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the penultimate contest. Coming into the red corner, Ben Flash Gordon.
As I moved into the arena and obviously heard the crowd and the music started and all that, I think that the excitement superseded any fear that I had. And at that point, of course, you realise that there's no turning back anyway. So you've just got to go in and do your best and hope that it goes well. But I was nervous, certainly.
Coming to the blue corner, West Landlock Mitchell.
and his opponent in the blue corner, Chris Mad Dog Mitchell.
It was quite a shock to begin with, you know, to be hit like that, and it's quite a strange feeling being hit on the chin because you actually feel it in your legs, and I felt just for a very brief split second as if I was losing balance, and of course at that moment I realised what it's like to be literally knocked out. First round in particular didn't go well, and my memory of it is certainly characterised by the moment we just discussed when I got caught, and the rest of the round I think probably I was in recovery to some extent, and so I don't have a particularly clear or vivid memory of it. It just seemed to sort of go by, and I think I was happy to survive it and get back to my corner and obviously speak to Elvis and my friends and have a bit of a pep talk. In the second round when I felt that I'd caught him with quite a good shot, and you know, that I had him on the ropes. But the first and the second round were certainly at the opposite ends of the spectrum. And then the third round, actually, if I'm totally honest, I think my overriding thought was that I'm near the end of the fight now, and that if I just keep going, you know, for a couple more minutes or whatever it was, that I'm going to make it out pretty much unscathed. So although obviously you're having to maintain concentration and try and keep putting on a show for everybody who's there, when I knew there was sort of a minute left of the third round, I think what I was really thinking was, right, just cover up, protect yourself, get through to the final bell, honourable draw, and, you know, let's enjoy the evening. It was great fun, you know, and I would find it hard, I think, to turn it down if it came at the right, if the invitation came at the right time.
Ladies and gentlemen, on table 37, please a hand for the current heavyweight and